All right, guys, welcome back to round 4. Good week, 2200, top 1%. That's what I like to see. Rank change, not much, only 186. I mean, currently 6,000 in rank. Not a fan of that. I think I should be higher. Like, I'd say anything top 2k I'd be fine with. I'm not happy with 6k, but that's what you get for having a bad first week and an alright second week. Yeah, team didn't do too bad. Got some big scores some places, a terrible score in one place, which, I mean, that's probably the topic of the video. It's probably in the title or something. Caleb Daniel sucked. What? I don't know what to do with him. I do know what I'm probably going to do with him, but yeah, I'll chuck out some things when I get to it. All right, we'll go over the scores just quickly. Jake Lloyd, 95. It wasn't an off game for him. It just off game Supercoach scoring wise. Played good. Sydney played good. They did win against Essendon. It's a good game. It just so happened that Lloyd didn't get as many cheapies as you'd think he would. He got a lot of them. I saw it a lot. Like, he'd just run behind and it was a handball target, just a quick short kick target. It didn't rack up enough to get to over a ton. It was still a good game from him though. Laird, 105. He played good. Not gonna lie, I didn't watch the Adelaide game. As that was going on, we were going to the Geelong versus Melbourne game. I went to that on the weekend. Pretty good game, besides the rain, but yeah. Jaden Short, 125. I watched like 3.5 quarters of this. I missed just the start of it. He looked good. He played all around the ground. The Hooley return, people thought that was going to, like, not kill his scoring, but like put a big impact on it. I didn't see it. I think in some ways it actually helped his scoring because there was an extra person that could kick too short. I think that right now he's a keeper. It would take something drastic to change that. Like, I don't know, he becomes a full-time wing or something like that, which would kill it. But I mean, that's not going to happen. He did play a bit of wing, but I think that was just to keep him on the ground. They moved him to the wing. That's all. A good game. Richmond played good. They probably should have won. Honestly, that handball over the line. I'm in the position of you shouldn't be able to do that at all. Like, I don't even like when they purposely tap it out, tap it behind. I don't think you should do that under pressure or whatever. I think you shouldn't be able to. But yeah, like, if it's accidental, it's whatever. But that was intentional. So I think that Richmond should have got the free kick and they would have won the game. But whatever. That was Thursday. Pretty much a week on from it. Stewart, 104. Went missing the fourth quarter. Or was it third quarter? One of the two. Besides that, he played a good game. Geelong, he was definitely the best on for Geelong. Probably between him and Selwood. I mean, at the game, I didn't see much Selwood. But saying that, like, he obviously did do stuff. It was just, I mustn't have been looking. I was looking at Gawn. You know, I had captain on him. I was looking at Gawn. I'd say Stewart was best on. Geelong just looked really bad. Like, that was one of the, in terms of games I've gone to, one of the worst Geelong's ever looked. I think he bounces back. Saying that, he 104 is not bad. You'd expect a little bit better, especially that he's not averaging 100 right now. But I'm not worried about him. I think he's going to come good. He's a top 6 average defender, so I think you just ride it. So, but Caleb Daniel, 19. All right, so they were playing in Ballarat. It was windy. I don't know if it was wet. The ground might have been wet from maybe rain before the game. There is no reason Caleb Daniel should have 19. I don't care. Like, terrible conditions, I expect at least a 50, at least a 60. This is bad. And all right, in the previous weeks, he's had. Can I just see previous scores? Yep. All right, so 107 first round. I can slightly remember this game. This looked like the good Caleb Daniel, this game, the Collywood one. But he got a lot of cheapies, which is, I mean, he's short. He's not going to take a contested mark over 10 people. He's not going to do that. This looked like Caleb Daniel last year. This was disgusting, this game. And, I mean, I should be more salty from West Coast for losing that game, but Caleb Daniel looked horrible. Like, honestly, I would have taken him off for the final quarter. That's how bad he looked. He was kicking it straight to West Coast defenders, everyone. He was just kicking it straight to him. Not even close to his own team. That's really bad, that game. Then this North game, I thought the score wasn't good because North aren't good enough to get the ball into their own forward 50 to, for Caleb to get the ball. But from what I've heard, the only reason he got to 96 was because he was just doing, running behind the free kick taker and taking the ball from them. Apart from that, apparently he looked really bad in that game. I can't remember it. I don't know how I remember the Collywood one, but not the North one. Yeah, I think he's been off all season. Why? I think it's kind of just a scheme change. I think they're trying to split the load between the backs. Bailey Williams is back there. I think DeRaya or something took like a kick in, something like that. Bailey Dale's doing stuff. I think it's just a scheme change down back, and it's been working for them, so they're not going to change it. They're 4-0 or 3-1, one of the two. They're not going to change it. I don't see them changing it. So I think for now, personally, I think you got to trade Daniel. And saying that, they got Gold Coast next. MR's Marvel. At Marvel, the Dogs play better. That's their preferred stadium. Against Gold Coast isn't a bad team. They're actually all right. There's still kind of the notion out there that they need to rebuild or whatever. That they don't. They're kind of fine. They just need to ride their young players until they become star players. But yeah, I think you got to trade Daniel. It's kind of up to the player and up to the team. I say if you're under 25 trades, pre-trades right now, don't trade him. I'm at 26. But there is a big trade, but there's a big line between 25 and 26. 26 means you saved a trade. Really, I should be at 27. I shouldn't have traded Kaczynski. I should trade at Highmore, but... Alright, so... I don't know where I was up to, but apparently I hit mute, so... I think I was... at Caleb Daniel. But yeah, as I was saying, he just hasn't looked good. So I'm going to be trading him out. I can't remember what I got up to saying, but looked at it while editing, and apparently I hit mute, so that's the thing. Anyway, we'll just go back over the team. Chapman, 91. Great for a rookie. Probably the permanent on field. Yeah, 91's good. Steele 150, and he's probably the vice captain this week against Richmond. Richmond good for opposing midfielders in terms of Supercoach score, so I reckon he gets close to 150 again. McRae 137, almost vice captain him. It was kind of just roll of the dice at the end. Went in Grundy thinking, oh yeah, Mumford's not good. It's 2021. Mumford cannot be good. What is he, 31, 32? Something like that. He can't be good, and he apparently is the greatest ruck of all time, so that's how it goes. Merritt 104, he really needs to fix his efficiency. He really needs to fix it. If he had 70, 80% efficiency, this is a 130. It's terrible. I think he finished the game with like 34% efficiency. terrible game. Like, good score, but I mean, considering what it could have been, it's terrible. Cheryl 120, that's good. I feel like he's going to be the player. 120 this week, 80 next week, 110 then the week after, then he drops a 70. It's kind of just roll of the dice. I don't see him keeping a 104 average. I reckon he drops to like 98, and he'll be like the luxury trade out. Had to bring him in because of Rao, obviously. And I reckon he'll be a luxury trade out. I think he doesn't destroy the team being M8, but if I have a trade left at the end of the season after the buys, then, you know, that's when you look at someone. As for the other rookies, you got Golden, who was missing for most of the game, but then had like a pretty large chunk of the game where he was doing everything. He was grabbing the mark, going for goal. He was like literally doing everything. I mean everything. He'd get the ball from the contest, he'd take it up forward himself, he'd almost kick it to himself. He was doing everything, but just not enough of it. So I think Heaney's out, and is Kennedy out? I can't remember. I feel like there's one more injury to the Swans. I can't remember it at the moment. But yeah, he's good. He's probably, he'll get close to 400k, I reckon. I don't know how close. I reckon like maybe 360, 370. Like, I'd say he's going to end up one game away from 400k. Clark, he plays everywhere, and it's not the good plays everywhere. These are kind of the two opposites play everywhere. Clark got a goal at the end, did he? Or did he have 2 goals throughout? I can't remember. Yeah, he's... They're playing him forward pocket, then they move him onto the wing, then they move him into the defense, then they move him back to forward. He's not playing one spot all game, and he's not playing one spot continuously over multiple weeks. And then he comes out and says he likes that. He likes that he's always available to get the team whatever they need, you know. So I reckon Clark's got to go. I don't think it's urgent, but I think like as time goes on, you got to get rid of him. He's just not playing a good Supercoach role. Until they play him in the midfield, I don't reckon you can keep him. Like, you didn't pick him to keep him. You picked him to make money. So, I don't know. Powell, 101, great game from him. Finally did exactly what I said North should do, play him on the ball. And, oh, would you look at that? He's actually good on the ball. Whoa, imagine. Yeah, just keep doing that. His break-even's going to be like super nice now, so some good cash in there. He might actually, he might make it back up to like the golden level. Got to wait and see. I got to kind of check break-evens on that. Berry, this is one of those other annoying players. Him and Clark are just so annoying. Their score's not bad. Like, honestly, I'll take a 50 from a rookie. But god damn it, dude. Just play in the midfield. Your attack lock. Play in the midfield. And then he can't get on field. That was annoying. He had like I think it was like 56% time on ground at one point. It was annoying me. He ended all right time on ground. I think he ended with like 76 or 78, something like that. Yeah, that was annoying me. The rucks, if you didn't start Gorn and Grundy and you went, oh, Flynn's not playing, what do I do? Well, you deserve the problem. You deserve the 0, and you deserve to like drop 50,000 rank, honestly. You Gorn Grundy and you don't touch it. Honestly, when it comes to team creation, they shouldn't even let you touch the rucks, but, you know, whatever. Dunkley, Zeeble, MP, keepers, you have to have them. They... Of everyone in the team outside the rucks, because you should have them already. These are the most must-have 3 players. Honestly, I put Zeeble over Steele for must-have. Steele's really good, and his form is very good at the moment. And Richmond tonight, he's going to keep it up. But yeah, I'd say Zeeble is probably the best pick this year. In like, what's his ownership, like 50% or something like that. In most teams, he is the best pick. he's a keeper. Honestly, this 2021 and Jack Siebel's a keeper at forward. That's crazy. And I think if he has this role next year, he's a keeper in defense as well. McDonald's injured, and I think that was 8 weeks he's out, 6 to 8, something like that. Siebel's a keeper. Honestly, there's nothing to say he's not. He got 107. His worst game is like in the 70s, and that's because he missed like half the game or like a quarter. Yeah, Siebel's a keeper. Honestly, that's one of the weirdest things to me, that Zach Siebel is a keeper in Supercoach. Impy 112, he plays a good role, like a very Supercoach friendly role. Another one, I'd say he's a keeper. It would take something drastic to change that. I reckon this is going to be the team. You go Dunkley, Siebel, Impy. Probably best case scenario, you also have Atkins. Atkins is on the boundary of being a keeper. He's like averaging 98 at the moment, which isn't good. But he plays every game. I think he's played every game he's been available for. And he's consistent. Like, he always does the same things every game. He doesn't change much. It's the type of player you want. I'd prefer having a 100 average rather than someone that's going to go 110, 70, 110, 70, 110, 70. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think ideally you have Atkins here. I can swing him in, but I don't really want to. I've kind of set up a trade plan for how I want it. Yeah, you'd go Atkins, and you want Dusty, and here Marshall, once he's like actually healthy. I think he was like fake healthy this week. He's like, he just wanted to play a game. Ended up not being good for him because he got injured doing it. So yeah, not great. But I don't know. I think the forward is the worst position this year. The rookies haven't been good. Rose not good. Brockman's garbage, honestly. Bergman comes back this week, surely. Like, he has to. But besides that, what he said, there's Waterman. I can't remember if the Collingwood guy is a forward. Besides that, these forwards suck, honestly. Like, Rose, bad. Rose was on 9 for like 3 quarters. I don't know what people do with the forward line. And if you have, say, Butters, you got to go Butters to like Siebel, or Butters to Impy, or Butters to Giath, if you can bring him in, or Jath, or however you pronounce his name. You got to bring him in. Like, there's just no forwards. I don't think he spent the 60k to go up to Dusty, because he's going to drop. Like, I think his break even's already like 130, so he's going to drop. And he's in the market for like the first big trade in. But yeah, Warner was good. Going back to the scores, Warner was good. He's like Gordon. He has moments where he's doing everything. He'll grab the ball, he'll kick the goal, he'll take the inside 50 mark, he'll do everything. He's probably good for a tackle or two. He's not a tackle machine, but he's everywhere. He gets every stat. Campbell, I'm not a fan of him, honestly. Watched him 2 games now and do nothing. I reckon you can trade him if it makes your team better. If it doesn't, I think you're wasting a trade. If you are trading him and bringing in someone like a Ridley, then okay, that's positive. Or if you're trading him out and you're bringing in, say, Oliver or Steele, or who else is going off, or McRae you've got to have. If you're bringing in one of them, then sure, all right, I'll let you trade him. But other than that, I don't think that you should trade him. His break even 70 something this week. He's not going to hit it. But after he misses it, it should come back down into the like 20s, 30s. He had like a really bad score, like a 29 or something, didn't he? Can't remember. Yeah, 29. Once this is out of the system, his break even should go back down and he'll start making money again. who were the rookies? Is Finlay McRae a forward? If Finlay McRae's a forward, then I'd say trade Campbell this week, and you wait on McRae. Like, don't go early, go Waterman this week, but you wait on McRae, and he's like the permanent field option. Because right now, Campbell's permanent field, even though he's kind of garbage. But yeah, alright, into trades, because this is already gone for like 12 minutes, or 18, however long. Alright, so Daniel, you just got to trade him. He's going to keep dropping, and he's suspended, and his role's not there anymore. Like, it is, but it's not. It's weird. I don't know. I reckon it's less of a headache to trade him than to keep him, and that's kind of what I'm going for. And it gets a rookie field. For some people it will, anyway. For me it doesn't, sadly. But yeah, alright, so Daniel out, and this is going to become a game time decision, isn't it? Jack Bowes or Dan Houston? These are the two I'm thinking of. Ridley is the most, like, if you have the money, you do not even think about it, you bring in Ridley. I don't, I have 606k. So for me, I'm going Jack Bowes. Reasons for this. He's a pod, not many people have him. Well, currently, a lot of people are going to have him. His role is very good for Supercoach. He takes kick-ins, he takes intercepts, and that's like, when I come to evaluating a defender, they're the two things I look at. Does he take kick-ins or does he take intercepts? It's why I wasn't sold on Caleb to start the season, to start him. I didn't like starting Caleb. I actually had this for a while, the Lloyd, Laird, Short, Stewart, and that's it, just 4 defenders. So I wasn't sold on Daniel, but ended up coming around and it wasn't good. But yeah, he does all that. The only like negative I've seen to Bowes, that like I've read a couple of boards, big boards too, and stuff like that. What do they call it? AFL big boards or whatever that forum is. If Lukosius goes down back, then Bowes loses his role, something like that. But Lukosius is kind of playing alright as he is. And Gold Coast isn't doing too bad. I don't see that happening. I don't see them making a big trade. A big move. Yeah, I'm just going to go with this. It's the one I feel most comfortable with. There's also Dan Houston, who's I think is a great player. The current role he's got is great for Supercoach. With Butters being out with, who's the other one? Was it Rosie? No. There's one more, the young Port kids that was out. I reckon it does impact his score. I reckon it drops a little bit. Like right now he's at 112. I reckon it drops to like 102. It's not going to drop a lot. Maybe it drops to like Stewart's 98. If you've got him, then you just hold, right? It's not going to... Oh, jeez. I just ate, so yeah. It's not going to drop enough that like you ruin your team. But I don't think you bring him in this week, if that makes sense. He's still good though. Don't get me wrong. Jace is the other one, which a couple of people are kind of advertising to go with. He's at 16.5% ownership. That's a lot higher than I thought it was. Look, if you think he's a keeper, if you think that this guy can be your D6, go for it. He's a bargain right now. 400k for a D6, that's good. Easy take. Personally, I don't see that. I think that this is kind of just a hot streak that's going to cool down and people are using it for cash gen, which is good. But if you're using it for cash gen, you've missed it. He's already at 400k. But yeah, like if you do see him as D6, get him. Go ahead. A bargain isn't just someone that's 200k. A bargain is anyone that's like under what you think they're worth or what their average says they're worth. That's a bargain. Like, I mean, if Jake Lever is it Lever or Lever? I can't remember now. If he keeps it up, that's a pretty good price, 444. Ryan's going to keep dropping. He'll become good. He'll average 100. he gets kick-ins, he'll average 100. It's fine. But yeah, like the thing that made Tech so good is because he was making money. So if you're thinking CJ's going to make heaps of money, you've missed it. You know, wait for the next one, or go on like Stringer or something like that. He's going to make money. Yeah, I'm going with Bose. And then also, this is kind of like the trade plan setup for the first upgrade next week, because after this week you're in upgrade season because you're in the mid-season. So I'm going Campbell out. I said before, you keep Campbell unless it plays into a trade. For me, it plays into a trade. And someone in the forward line had to go for, what's his name? Waterman. So, I'm just here. I'm going to have a look. Okay, this McCreary guy, he wasn't too bad, and he should keep his spot, given all the problems at Collingwood. Pretty sure. Yeah, Finlay McRae's a forward. Alright, that's interesting. I'm going to keep that as a mental note. He's probably in soon. Big fan of Finlay McRae. Reading the boards and stuff like that, he's crazy good. Well, where is he? Like Waterman. Alright, there we go. These are the trades I'm making. I think you trade heavy at the start of the season. I think that this year, the rookies aren't good enough to kind of slow trade. I think you just got to get them off field as fast as you can, which is what this does. By fielding an extra rookie this week, I get one off field next week. I know that sounds like it evens out, but it makes it better. Trust me, it'll work out. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so Steele into Gorn, that's the captaincy, and just quickly go here. Have a look at the matchup. Alright, so key players for this matchup. Well, I'm guessing my team's quite common. I don't, besides like Chera, there's not many pods in the team. Players of difference, or whatever they call them. Points of difference. Steele is same, Grundy's the same. Bose is unique, of course he is. He doesn't have Dunkley, that's big. Dunkley is, he's so good this year. He's got Caleb, so I wonder if he trades him. Probably does, and probably goes to Ridley. It's most likely. Oliver's really good this year. He's averaging 130 right now, and honestly, he's probably going to keep it up. Yeah, besides that, it's kind of generic. Merritt, please go above like 60% efficiency. But yeah, good week. Good score. Hopefully keep it up, because we need to make up some rank. That first week was so bad, I didn't even break a ton, so break 2,000. So yeah, did I make? Okay, whatever. But yeah, see you all next week. Tasty out.